So I went ahead and printed out some Baby Rocket stuff again, but this is going to be with the glow in the dark. I'm trying to see if I can get this guy to tracer, I guess you would say, to look like a tracer in the night. So let's go ahead and build a little Baby Rocket real quick. Shouldn't take much in a couple minutes. I'm not going to fill it all the way up. I just want to do a quick test to see if it'll work, and then go from there. I'm going to put a slightly thicker clay plug in there because I don't want this thing to blow out. Okay, should be good like that. Make sure. Alright, that should be okay. Maybe a little bit more just in case. I don't like when these things blow out. Even though they're so small, a rocket, it sounds loud as hell. And even on these little Baby Rockets, you don't want to hammer them too hard because it'll split the tube, because these tubes are parallel wound. They're not like your traditional what do you call it? I can't think about it right now, but these are actually they're wound up like at a corner or something like that, and that's what makes these tubes super weak. I'm going to try my best to get as much black powder in. Well, actually no, I'm going to try my best to get it done with the little amount of straw that I got. The hard part about these is because the granules are so big that I'm not able to fill it up as quickly, even though I'm not doing a whole lot of black powder. I'm trying to fill it, but it's kind of hard because of the granules. The granules are meant more for a half-inch rocket, something like that. They're not supposed to be used in a Baby Rocket like this, but I still use it anyway. And I can see that it's filling up. So like I mentioned before, I know I got new subscribers, and I thank you guys very much for subscribing and watching my videos. I know sometimes it can be kind of boring to watch the same stuff over. Like I'm making these little rockets, and it's kind of getting boring, but I'm trying to change it up a little bit by testing this stuff out, so that way if you guys decide that you want to do 3D prints or something like that, you can see how it works before you go out and buy it. Because when I was looking for stuff like this, I could never find it. Then I ended up buying it. Then I was like, man, I didn't know it was going to work that well. So I'll do the trial and error. You guys could just watch the videos. Hopefully, kind of learn a little something. If not, then at least stick around and watch it for the performance part at least. I'm gonna try not to hit it too hard because I can already feel that the tube is it's like super tight around the edge right here, but I can feel that it's kind of wanting to split, so I'm gonna be very careful with that. But then the downfall is if I don't hammer it hard enough, it'll still have air pockets. So that's the thing about these little Baby Rockets that sucks. But I don't want to use a 5/16 rocket for this because it's just a small test, nothing crazy. So let's see, hopefully it's already, no, still a little bit more. So anyways, yeah, I do appreciate the comments too, questions, stuff like that. I'll try to answer them as best I can. I have been getting a couple of questions about some of the rockets and maybe the compositions, strobe pot compositions, stuff like that. Most of the times though, if you refer back to like my older videos, the compositions or whatever it is that you're looking for may actually be in there. It's just I don't usually post a link to my older videos, so that's kind of why when I get a question, I'm like, oh yeah, it's in my old video, but I'm not sure if anybody's going and watching those older ones. So that's kind of why I just kind of mentioned on there like, oh yeah, check it out my old video, because some of these compositions that I'm showing in a later video is probably from a past video. I'm just kind of burning it off or whatever. So it's still kind of dry around here, but I'm gonna still try to give this test tonight a go, just because it's a little baby rocket, and if it hits someone's house, it's not gonna do much damage because it's a small rocket. I mean, yes, these things can travel very fast, but with the amount of comp I put in here, I don't think it's gonna be too bad. Shoot, it might not even actually fly that high, which I'm okay with. I just want to see the effect of me charging up this glow-in-the-dark fin and nose cone, and then I want to see how it performs. So right there, tiny little nozzle. This is a 1/4-inch ID rocket. It is cord, so they take off pretty fast with a good amount of power. And then I throw this guy on like so. Nose cone, I'll probably end up gluing them down just because they do feel a little loose, and that's because I'm still trying to print these at a smaller scale. They're not really meant for this type of rocket. So you can already see it's glowing there. Picks it up pretty good on the camera. So I'm kind of hoping it'll work out. So that's pretty much it for this build right here. Wait till it gets a little darker, and then I'll go ahead and do the demo in the same video. That way you can see how it works. I'm just gonna get it glued down and stuff. All right, so here I'm charging up the rocket. Let's see what it looks like. And that's it. Let's see if this guy looks like a tracer. I'm gonna try to catch it. It might be too fast, but let's try it. So yeah, I must have been too quick because I didn't see it.